A hero is not defined by the victories they achieve, but by the honor with which they fight. Wisdom from Volsunga Saga, and I want to talk about it. There are a lot of young volunteers that came out to help the team this weekend under Chicago. A wonderful photographer and a film student doing a documentary. Needless to say, I got a lot of questions. Principal among them, how do I do it? I'm not the hero. You guys are. And while the fighters, we fail. Over and over again, we fail. We just fail up until we succeed and learn how we did it. I am just one failure of an entire team of failures. It's not just about me. I'm not out there doing it by myself. These are my victories, my failures, my team. And I lead them in failure. If we succeeded, we wouldn't be out here doing this. We just happen to fail from solid ground, the way in which we fight. We figure out what we're good at, and then we fail at it repeatedly. We're just stubborn, I guess, but we're doing it from stable ground. And on that 3-hour drive, I reflected and lamented a little bit. In the 9 years we've been helping the unhoused in Chicago, we've seen a lot of volunteers or would-be team members come and go. They weren't on solid ground, and they didn't learn from their failures. If I had advice for this, it would be remove yourself from the system. I am unyielding when it comes to my solid ground. My first obstacle was my place of employment. It's nearly impossible to do things consistently from stable ground if I'm constantly chained to a factory. Harder still if they got me chasing a carrot on a stick, hoping for the next union contract negotiation to afford that stable ground. Another shackle is the sacrifices your employer won't let you take, like the needs of special needs children. I have 2. One shouldn't be forced to choose between the special needs of their children and their attendance policy, for example. I'm sure you got a few shackles. I broke them, became my own boss, and it worked. I still have to do a lot of financial gymnastics, and it's not the best life, but it's a stable one. If I need a raise, I get it. I distance or cut myself off from bad relationships, friends, family. Surround myself with those that understand or support. There are even more chains in bad relationships. Break them. Finding time for those good relationships. There's another chain, usually tying back to your employer. Luckily, my boss makes sure my needs are met. So with my understanding kids and relationships, I have time to fail. Mistakes have been made. So if you're going to put me up on a pedestal, make it an honest one. Now then, I'm going to show you a video. It's not to strut or humble brag. It's to show you just how good failure can be.
Wanted to take a moment to tell you I'm very grateful for you. Very grateful for your content. For one, because I just got out of homelessness. And so what you're talking about resonates with me a lot. But 2 is because just seeing your content and seeing you keep doing the heroic and helpful things that you've been doing really helps me stay motivated. Because, I've lost a lot. And my daughter was taken by CPS. And before the homelessness, before that toxic relationship I was in, I was trying to be more like you.
Thank you for your words, friend. I had to cut it short for time. I'll tag him below if you want to watch the whole thing. So remember, neighbors, if you want to be like me, be a failure from stable ground. Victories are easy. Failing is hard. There is more wisdom in failure. In the fight for life, it makes you a combat tactician. I imagine a lot of people watching this video view themselves as a failure. I would imagine a lot of hurricane victims that have been put on unstable ground feel like failures too. We're all failures, and we do so consistently. We just don't quit, and we don't give up. With shackles, we can't do much. You can't get rid of all of them, can you? Only when you get to stable ground can you help others. Can you keep your balance with the amount of shackles that you have? If fate is pulling you to help people, I'm going to message you with an idea. Wisdom learned from all my many failures. Because I think there's a lot of people in that disaster area that are going to need cups. So look on the bright side. At least your cup's possibly half full. But if you want to be like me, fail. But fail with honor. Just something to think about. And until next time, neighbors. Acha-cha-cha.